So I'm in the car right now. I'm headed to the library. I have multiple libraries near where I live, but this one is a little bit bigger than the other ones that I have around. So I'm headed here, and I thought it would be kind of fun to take you with me, and I'll just show you what I'm getting, and then when I leave, I'll kind of talk about it because I don't really want to talk in the library because you're supposed to be kind of quiet. So I will switch to that now and then talk to you in a minute. So I just got done at the library and I got way too many books, as always. I'm gonna show you a couple of the ones that I got now. So everything that I got, I have been wanting to read for a long time. I was really excited to find them. One of the ones that I was most excited about was this one, The Cousins. I've been dying to read this. I'm really happy that I found this. And also House of Hollow, very excited about that. And Haley, the YouTuber, I will tag her. She was just talking about Tweet Coot and how it was a really easy read, so I was really excited about this as well. But I'm gonna go drive right now, and I'll talk to you about them all when I get home. So I'm home now. I did change because I just wanted to get in like something comfy, but I'm really excited to tell you about the books that I got at the library today. So I got a total of 9, and most, if not all, I'm gonna say most of them were on my TBR already, my like Goodreads TBR, that they were just books that I had on my radar that I had heard about and I was wanting to read them anyway, and I just happened upon them at the library. So I pretty much feel like I hit the library jackpot today. So let me go through some of these and tell you about them. So the first one I have here is Counterfeit. This is part of Reese's book club. It is pretty much about a girl that had this friend that was doing really well for herself, and she wanted to know what she was doing, and I think she kind of lets her in on it, and she's selling counterfeit products. I think that's the gist of it. I will kind of break it down for you and put it on the screen so that you can read about it if you would like to pause the video and read more about it. but it sounds really good and intriguing, and I am really excited to read this one actually. So very excited to have found that one. I guess I'm going to just stack them in my plant for now because I don't have anywhere else to put them. Then I got this one. It's called It's Not Summer Without You, and this is by the author that wrote To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And I have been wanting to read that book, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and I actually own it, and I still haven't read it, so I hate myself. But when I'm ready to start a new series, that will be one of the ones on the top of my radar, and there will be a video out in January talking about the books I'll be reading next year, and I'm going to probably make a separate video to talk about like the series I'm going to get started jumping into for next year, because I've really been working hard to wrap up a lot of series for this year. So I'll probably be talking about that there if you want to keep a lookout for that video. But this one sounds really good, and I just looked on the back and it says don't miss any of Billy's summers, and there's The Summer I Turned Pretty and We'll Always Have Summer. So I have to read if this is in a series. I believe this is a part of a series, and I don't know which number this is, so I probably won't start this if it is not book number 1, and I will have to go back and get the first book in the series before I start this. I didn't know that. I thought this was a standalone read, so I'm wrong about that. But I'll have to check that out and then start reading this. Okay, the next one is Tweet Cute. I was so excited to find this because Haley has been talking about this on her channel. She's talked about it in a couple of videos. I know she owns this book, and I don't think she's yet to read it. I could be wrong about that, or she might have started and not finished. I don't know, or maybe I was watching her video and she started and I didn't finish the video. I can't remember. But anyway, she was saying that it's like a really easy read. There's a lot of like texted conversations in here, and it's just like a cute, fun, easy romance, young adult read. So I'm very excited to start this one. I may even try to read this in December because I was looking for like a cute, easy romance read to throw into my December list. So I'm very excited about this. Then we have House of Hollow. I'm so stoked that I found this today. This has been on my TBR since I started my Goodreads, I think. This was like one of the first ones that I added to my list, and I've just yet to get it. So it was there, it was on the shelf, it was staring at me, and I just had to grab it. So I'm very excited to have this. I'm actually going to read to you a little bit of what it's about, even though I'm going to have it on the screen for you. I'm going to read it to you because it sounds so insanely interesting, and I want you to just hear why I grabbed this book. Iris Hollow and her 2 older sisters are unquestionably strange. As children, they disappeared on a Scottish city street, only to return a month later with no memory of what had happened to them or where they'd been. More troubling, their appearance began to change. Their blue eyes now black, their dark hair now white, and as they grew older, odd, eerie occurrences seemed to follow in their wake. People find them disturbingly intoxicating, unbearably beautiful, and inexplicably dangerous. So just by reading that small paragraph of what this book is about makes me want to read this like tonight. So I might have to start this tonight, and I'll just show you a little bit of me reading this later. Next, I have Stars Above. I've been needing this because it's the follow-up to the Lunar Chronicles. It's like a bunch of short stories about the characters in Lunar Chronicles, and it's like kind of prequels to all them. So I wanted to complete this book this month as well so that I can just wrap up the Lunar Chronicles. I'm on the last book of the Lunar Chronicles right now, and I'm about 70% done with it. So I'll be finished with that probably like within this weekend, and then I will go ahead and start on Stars Above, and the Lunar Chronicles will be checked off my list. Then we come across The Cousins. I was so happy to find this book. This has been on my list for so long. It's just another one of those that I have been really dying to read. I actually looked into buying this book and then just decided against it. I was looking for it in the library and couldn't find it, and then I just found it today, so it might be a newer book. I'm not really sure, but I'm so excited to have this in my presence, and I probably will end up starting it next month just because I have a lot to read this month. Next, we have Exit Pursued by a Bear. I'm not really sure exactly what this is about. If I were to guess from the cover, it's about a cheerleader, but it's by E.K. Johnston, and she is like probably one of my favorite writers, top 5, I would say. So I just grabbed it just because it was by her, and I think it's probably on my TBR. I'm gonna check, but it sounds like it's gonna be pretty good. Okay, so this one I didn't actually know anything about. I just saw it on the shelf. These are like some of my favorite finds sometimes. I just saw it on the shelf and I read the spine and it said obsessed, and then I looked at the cover and he had like bees in his brain and it looked really interesting. I don't know if it's about a male or a female, but it's about a human being, a person, and I believe they start suffering from OCD and they get obsessive compulsive disorder, and it just starts getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and it begins like very simple and then they kind of just let it get out of hand and it escalates really quickly, and you have to find out the ending. So I'm pretty excited about this. I'm very interested in OCD. I know a lot of people that have it. I do not have it, I don't believe, maybe very slightly. It really intrigues me, and I just find it to be very interesting. Okay, last one we have is White Smoke. I'm very excited about this one. This has also been on my TBR a very long time, and I have yet to be able to find it in the library, but I just came across it today, and I'm so excited to have this one. I'll definitely be starting this one next month because I have too many to read this month, but I can't wait to read it. Like, I'm literally like jumping out of my seat, can't wait to read pretty much all of these. So I'm so happy to have all of these in my presence. This one I believe is about ghosts, and it's kind of creepy and thrilling. On the front cover it says creepy, frightening, I wanted to scream. So that sounds like definitely right up my alley, and I'm so excited to start this one. So that's my stack of books that I got at the library. Very excited. Also, just so you know, like, these types of books are available at your local library. If you are not a part of your local library, go join and see what they have, because a lot of the times you find so many hidden gems. So I'm a big library supporter, and I would love to spread that to anyone that's watching this video as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with House of Hollow, and I'm gonna film a little bit while I read so you can kind of hang out with me. And I'm just gonna be having like a chillin' night reading, hanging around, and I'll just kind of show you that. About 14 pages of House of Hollow. I'm on chapter 2. So far it had a prologue and chapter 1, and I'm really liking it and liking the writing style, and it's just very intriguing. There's a lot of mystery to it. I feel like it's going to be very thrilling and mysterious, and a lot of fantasy as well. So I'm very excited to continue reading and find out what's going on with this one. I'll probably read to about 50 pages tonight, and then I'll come back and update you on it. So as my little reading motivator. I'm grabbing a cup, gonna get some ice. And I've got my Coke Zero, and I'm going to pour. So I've set myself up here with my Coke, my water, my 2 choices for books. I'm getting the bath ready. Gonna put in some eucalyptus and spearmint bath salt, light my candle, and have a little relaxation reading time. So it's the next day. I pretty much just woke up. That's why my eyes are kind of like tearing right now. They always do that in the morning. It's so annoying. If anyone else does that and like knows how to fix that, let me know. But I'm not crying. So anyway, I didn't get to 50 pages of this last night because it was kind of creeping me out. And I was here by myself, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna finish this when there's daylight out. So I'm gonna read to 50 pages today. I think I'm around, I'm at 30 pages right now. So I'll go to 50 and then tell you about it. But it was definitely creeping me out a little bit. So I've gotten to page 53, I think. This is pretty good. It's not as creepy as it was last night, but I think that I was reading it at night and I was home alone, so it was kind of creepy then. But during the day, not as creepy. Still a little creepy. There's definitely a lot of mystery to this book. It's super intriguing, and I kind of can't wait to continue reading it. But for now, I have some things to do, so I'm gonna have to set it down.